Yeah, I think.
Yeah. I think we better have a chat. So
They take advice from the doctors and weigh up the pros and cons. Pat has a tough decision to make.
Yeah, you still at the same mind as we were last night?
Yeah, I think so.
I think we've got to make this decision fast because she's got to know.
As the rest of the team members enjoy the Antarctic sunset, Lucia is called to hear the verdict. It's not good.
Oh, God.
That was tough.
Oh, man, it was so tough. There's some tears, understanding. You know, Lucia is a brilliant team player. Out and out, she accepted the fact of the risks, you know, even though she thought she could still be strong enough. But in the best interests of all the team, we have to tell her she can't do it. We would carry her on our back, but it's just too risky for her personally. We have the strength, like, to mount a rescue, but we're in the most hostile, you know, regions in the world. Sad. Sad. Like, it's going to devastate a lot of people, like, in the team. You know, it's really changing dynamics now.
The poor thing was very upset. We, as a support team, were trying to support her, but trying not to be, you know, to smother her, to try and let her have her own feelings and stuff like that. You could see the disappointment on the poor girl's face.
I think it was a shock because we have seen ourselves very much as the Traverse team, and we assumed we'd all be going. You know, you just make the assumption we're all going to be going, and then suddenly we hear that one of the party, for awful reasons, can't make it. You know, there's such a feeling of loss for her.
Shackleton and his men survived on the ice for 4 months, supplementing their meagre ship's rations with seals and penguins when possible. Eventually, in desperation, they dragged their 3 lifeboats to the edge of the ice and set sail for Elephant Island. As Elephant Island comes into view, many take time to reflect on what Shackleton and his men endured, finding scant refuge on this barren, icy rock in the middle of the ocean. With great skill, the captain maneuvers the ship close to the rocky shore.
Just to think of those guys getting onto that. I mean, look at that spit of land out there. To think that to them that was relief, and they still were not halfway home. It's just amazing. Yeah, I suppose it was a feat of kind of physical endurance, but it probably is more so a feat of psychological endurance. At some stage it must have been so easy to give up hope that they never would be rescued. Yet they never did. They really never did. And it was all hung by so slim a thread.
The whole team wait in anticipation of joining the select few people to set foot here since Shackleton and his men.
No, it's amazing. Like, it's just, you can see the statue from here from the captain of the ship that rescued him. So just really mad to get ashore now, just to get a feeling for the best.
But on the bridge, a different plan is unfolding.
This is a small beach, lots of rock boulders and snow and ice and penguins, and maybe we try to at least get you ashore.
Oh, okay,
that will definitely do, just to get the feeling of how it is to stand there where Shackleton is standing and wild, yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited, you know, I've been a long time waiting for this, you know, there's a highlight of South Georgia, but I think this Elephant Island, like, you know, is one that not too many people would have gone to.
Having paid €15,000 a head to make this trip, the team now get to watch Pat land on Elephant Island.
We decided to not make the landing for all passengers, only for Pat, and so he can stay a few minutes there. It's a pity that brush ice is all along the beach, so that's the thing that we cannot make the landing.
Whoa!
Go, Pat. Whoa!
Obviously, we're not going to get anyone else onto it, so a bit gutted myself, but I'm sure everyone else is gutted over it. You know, kind of way. This was going to be a big thing for most people. You know, it was one of the spots that really mattered, but it's not going to happen now. So just can't get on. It's just too bad out there. Zodiacs can't land or whatever. So
you know, there's very few people in the world have landed on this island, and I'm so excited. Shackleton has been a hero of mine for many years, and so is the likes of Tom Crean and the McCarthy brothers and all of those, and for this, we're here.
Disappointed? Oh, very, but accepting it, you know, accept it. Now to see that now in the famous picture, like where they're waving goodbye, and that's where they did it. Oh, it's just great.
With no prospect of rescue, Shackleton took Tom Crean and 3 others and set off in a lifeboat for a remote whaling station on South Georgia Island. Leaving on Easter Monday 1916, the journey would take them 800 miles across the most dangerous stretch of water in the world in the hope of hitting a tiny dot in the South Atlantic. If they missed, they would be condemning themselves and all the men they left behind them to a certain death.
Fantastic.
Next, the Beyond Endurance team set sail for South Georgia and hope that the luck of the Irish will return to them in the final leg of their quest to follow their Antarctic heroes.
It's amazing. Too dangerous, I'd say, to land everybody over, you know? Oh, jeez. It's a pity.
On next week's programme, Cliff finds himself in trouble again.
Okay, because if you're not sorted with a down jacket or a rain jacket, you're not going.
The support team gets up close and personal with the penguins. And disaster strikes on the Crean Glacier.
Short of gear, short of tents. I don't know if we'd survive another night out here under the conditions.